Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and one of the things I always notice when it comes to online discussions and topics today, younger people today really seem to think in terms of extremes, in terms of black and white. You either have to be for something and therefore against something. You can't have a viewpoint that allows for you to hold two different viewpoints or see multiple things as good, that you have to put everything into categories and everything has to be good or bad. Everything is in hyperbole. And that's just simply not true. And that's something we could apply to pretty much any topic out there, political topics, social topics, things like that. You can be for one thing without being against another. You don't have to be that way. And the same thing comes to diets. A lot of people who look at my Instagram particularly see a lot of the food I post, and my diets are very, very high in high fiber plant-based foods. That's something that I'm eating a lot more of these days. I simply feel that it's healthier. I feel better when I eat these things. I've tried every extreme diet known to man. I have done vegan diets for months on end. I have been pure ketogenic diets. I've done all the various extremes. And you know what? I don't do that well on anything that doesn't contain balance. I don't personally function well or do well on exclusive type diets like that, to where I avoid entire food categories, particularly whole food categories. And maybe some of you do, but I don't, and the majority of people don't. So therefore, people need to understand that it isn't necessary to have that mindset. And I understand people have their ethical stances, but I don't hold that ethical stance. So therefore, that's a completely moot argument for me at this point. But this idea that, oh, if you're pro-plant, you need to be anti-meat, you need to just cut all the meat out of your diet, that's absurd. You don't have to be that way. You can eat a diet that is primarily plant-based. Like I do these days. I eat a lot of beans. I eat a lot of whole grains. I eat a lot of green vegetables, red vegetables, a lot of salads. I enjoy them. I feel good on them. I feel healthier on them. I feel full on them. I don't get spiking blood sugar on them. Therefore, that's the way I eat. I just feel better. That's not even about some weird bodybuilding ideas of getting ripped or peeled. It's just about my personal health. I feel better when I eat that way. Now, I eat meat. I posted pictures of meat. I've got a steak up on Instagram. I eat chicken every now and then in my salads. I sometimes have chicken with my brown rice. Do I eat meat every day? No. Do I avoid meat? No. And it's possible to be that way. It's possible to eat a diet that's 90+% plant-based because plants are good for you. Fiber is good for you. But it doesn't mean that you have to exclude other things completely for health purposes. And I would say the same thing to some people who do the ketogenic style diets. They seem to avoid a lot of high fiber foods, and they'll even avoid vegetables, large amounts of vegetables, because they're worried about getting too many carbs from it. And the thing is, they're missing out on fiber and phytonutrients and everything else. It isn't healthy or balanced to have this mindset that entire whole food categories are bad for you and need to be avoided. You can actually be very much for something without being against something else. So we need to drop this idea that just because you choose to eat a mostly plant-based diet for your health, that meat is therefore bad for you and that you'll somehow be healthier if you cut the meat to zero, instead of just saying, well, I'm not eating a lot of meat. It's a good protein source and I use it for protein and I enjoy the taste. And so I have steak every now and then. I have some grilled chicken every now and then. I have some grilled turkey breast every now and then. Nothing wrong with that. Throw it in my dishes. If I feel like eating some Greek yogurt, I eat some Greek yogurt. I don't avoid dairy either. But the fact of the matter is my diet is primarily plant-based, and there's nothing wrong with that. And people need to understand that. You can have balance with these things. It isn't necessary to take an extreme black and white stance on everything. It just isn't necessary. It's not even a healthy mindset to have. And that's my general advice to you guys, as someone who has tried the various extreme diets out there over the years, who's done all of it. I recommend that for most of you, excluding a few people who do well on the extremes, most of you are going to do better if you just follow a balanced, healthy diet. Focus on getting large amounts of plants and fiber into your diet, plenty of whole foods, and don't avoid anything completely. If you happen to enjoy something and it's nutritious and it's a food that you can enjoy without compromising your health or eating it in excess, then there's no need to avoid it. Just find balance there, guys. And as long as you're eating a diet that is primarily whole foods with plenty of fiber, plenty of vitamins and minerals in it, you're going to do just fine as far as your health is concerned. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.